Hey guys, I hope everyone's having a good day. Well, had a good day because it's nighttime. But I was thinking maybe to make some crepes right now. And I was thinking I could show you guys how I make my dessert crepes. So, before we start this video, make sure you guys subscribe. If you guys already haven't, make sure you drop a like and then turn on your post notifications so you guys know when I drop a video all the time. Alright, you guys ready to get into it? Let's go. Alright guys, so what you're going to want to do is start with a cup of flour. Put it in a bowl. Then you're going to want to do about 3 tablespoons of sugar. It really depends on how you want it sweet-wise. 2 usually works, but I'm putting 3. Then you're going to want to just add a little bit of salt. That's your dry ingredients. You're just going to want to stir that up. Next, what you're going to want to do is add some milk. You can add about 1.5 cups. I find works well, but you can use between 1.5 cups to 2 cups of milk, and then 2 eggs. One, 2. And then you're going to want to add vanilla. I usually add 3 or 4 drips, and then a tablespoon of melted butter. I'm going to mix up these ingredients first before adding the melted butter in. Now, I usually like having my crepes thin, so I'm trying to have a really thin based batter. As you can see, that's very thin. So I'm going to add in the butter. Alright guys, so next what you're going to want to do is if you guys have a large pan, the bigger the better, makes a better crepe. I use a non-stick, so if you have a non-stick, that'd be great. If not, just use butter to coat the pan. I usually turn it on medium-low, and then I put a little bit of butter in the pan. I already know it's non-stick, but I find the first one that I usually put down always tends to like stick in one area, and that's it. So I find if I butter it lightly, it works better. Alright, so when your pan's nice and hot, what you're going to want to do is fill the ladle. Pour it in and evenly spread it around the pan so it's nice and thin. And then just let that cook. Alright, so you'll know when it's ready when there's bubbles in the middle of it and the outside starts to get a little bit of a rough edge. Sometimes it may not cook properly depending on your stove, I find, because if your burner's not big enough, it won't cook evenly on a big pan. So the tricky part is flipping it. I'm used to using my hands, but if you're not, if you have another spatula or if you have something to be able to hold it, you can use it to help flip that. And that's what your crepe should look like when it's flipped. You leave it on for maybe 45 seconds. When you know it's done, you're going to flip it, and it should look a nice light brown on the other side, and then it's good to come off. Alright, so this is what it should look like when it comes off the pan. Alright, so next what you guys are going to want to do is get your strawberries or the fruit of choice, whatever you guys want. Bananas taste good in it, blueberries, raspberries. I usually cut my strawberries like that, little slices. I find that it's perfect when using crepes. But yes. So you do that, and then once you do all those strawberries, what you're going to want to do is just put your chocolate in the microwave. I usually do it in increments of 20 seconds, then stir it, then put it in for another 10 seconds, then stir it until it melts. If you put it in for too long, the chocolate will melt, and then what's on the bottom is going to burn, and this stuff is going to turn melted, and it's going to be chunky inside. So make sure you wash the chocolate when you do it. But yes, that's going to be my strawberries, sorry. And then we're going to go melt the chocolate. And then we're going to put it all together. Alright, so what you're gonna wanna do, well, what I do, you don't need to do this, you can do it however you please. I usually put the crepe down and fill it with chocolate. If you want something a bit healthier, you could try raspberries and dark chocolate. I find that's a really good combination, especially in crepes. So I fill it with chocolate, then I place the strawberries everywhere. And then what I do is fold it again, and place it in the middle. And then I get my homemade piping bag. You just want to drizzle the chocolate over it. And you get some powdered sugar. And then I just get a strawberry, cut it up, and then place it in the middle. And then boom, you have your strawberry and chocolate crepe.